I was recently talking to one of the founders of a very fast growing AI startup, and they have grown very rapidly in the last 2 years from around 30 people to 100 people now. And they plan to go beyond that very soon. And the question or the challenge that this person shared with me was that it's much more difficult to form bonding and connection with my leadership team now that we are 100 people. And it was much easier when they were 30 people, and they were kind of comparing to the past and saying that that don't have the same feeling of togetherness in the leadership team. And I challenged them that is this true? Is it true that it is easier to form connections with the key members of your team when you are a 30 people company compared to when it is 100? I simply challenged their thought, because when they came in, they wanted me to give them strategies, or they wanted solutions, or a lot of how-to ways to create that trust, create that bonding with their team, which was missing right now. But I don't think that is true, and that's what I try to show them, that whether you are a 100 people company or a 30 people company, your leadership team is maybe 5 to 10 people. And is it true that if you have a large company, then it is difficult to create those personal connections? And this was like an aha moment for the person. And I asked them that, how do you react in let's say in a team meeting, when you're meeting somebody from your leadership team, or when you're meeting all of them together? How do you react when you think that it is more difficult? And they said that I try to be prepared. I am normally more tense. I'm not relaxed. And I told them, do you think what kind of relationship or what kind of impact will that create if you walk in with that state of being present, right? Because you're not there, you're thinking, you're trying to think of a good way, because now you think that you have a big company. You want to be smart, you want to have a strategy, while earlier you were just maybe winging it, but you were really trusting your instincts, you're really speaking what is in your heart. And now they're not doing so because they think that it is more difficult, and then they have to find a solution, like some perfect quote unquote solution to how to create those connections with this new team when their company has grown from 30 to 100. And I asked them that, could it be the other way around? That the fact that you do not have the trust or the relationship that you would like, could it be because you think it is difficult now, and then that is causing you to stress out and to really not be there fully for your team when you are in the meeting? And that was another aha moment, right? That if this founder can let go of that, like wanting to be seen as a particular kind of a leader, or wanting to have the right solution or the right answer for everything, if they can simply let that go, they would naturally open up and speak more from their heart. They would naturally listen more, because they are less in their own minds and more with the people in front of them. And that immediately will impact trust, bonding, and connection, which was their question in the first place. And in the end, the person asked, how do I do that in the moment? And then the answer is very simple, right? So whenever you realize that you're making it too difficult for yourself, or you're stuck in a thought pattern, just simply take a deep breath and center yourself, and then speak from that place. Speak from a place where you know already deep down inside you why you started this company. You know, as a founder, where are you going, right? They have plans for growth. They have plans for expansion in different countries, but also in different industries. And the next 20 years is going to be the age of AI, right? So their company will grow from 100 to 300 to 500 very soon, I am pretty sure. But at the same time, what the founder knows and what the founder's vision is, it doesn't need validation, or it doesn't need to come out only if the company is this big, right? It's not difficult or easier to speak your vision, or to talk to people, or to listen to people, depending on how big your company is. In the end, you are in a room, there's a person in front of you, or there is a small group of people in front of you, and you can talk to them like you would talk to anybody. And many times it can be as simple as that. There is no research, there is no smart planning, there is no specific strategies that you need to learn or think and to lead and manage a larger team. Many times it can be as simple as taking a deep breath, letting it go, and then speaking from your heart, speaking from what you already know. And I want to ask you, what are some of those thought patterns that you think that you are stuck in without realizing? What are some of those stories from the past, or maybe what you have heard from your peers or from others in your industry that you are caught up in? And can you take a moment to question those? Are they really true? And when you believe them as the truth, what happens? How do you react? How do you treat yourself? How do you treat others? And what if you let go of that story? What if you let go of that thought pattern? What if you can simply take a breath, center yourself, and then operate from without the story? Many times you will see that we are overcomplicating whatever challenge is in front of us, and we can actually make it easier by simply slowing down and trusting ourselves.